Guam Police Department Officer Peter Leon Guerrero remains on paid leave. His criminal case is set to go before a grand jury in the Superior Court of Guam for a possible indictment. Attorney General Doug Moylan.
Who knows what the grand jury would do? Maybe they'll find no probable cause. Maybe they'll find the probable cause to let it go forward. But that's part of our criminal justice system.
Police Officer Leon Guerrero now among other uniformed cops under a microscope facing internal affairs investigations. Leon Guerrero charged in connection to a June 30th fight that broke out on the beach side of Nana's Cafe in Tumon. Nearly a month went by before Leon Guerrero and two others, including the alleged victim, were arrested. Moylan echoing what Guam Police Chief Stephen Ignacio told KUAM following the arrest, that anyone in law enforcement must be held to a higher standard.
When there's a wrong, that we will properly investigate it and make sure that justice occurs, along with our court system and our jurors. At this point, it's very early in that case, and obviously it would have to go through a grand jury or some further review in order for it to go to the level of a felony. And that's the check and balance that our criminal justice system has. I'm in support of our law enforcement officers. I know they put their lives on the line. At the same time, a law enforcement officer holds a solemn duty to the community to always act 24/7 as they would expect their brethren law enforcement officers to act. They're here to enforce the law, and when they're faced with certain situations, they have to act as a law enforcement officer should act, and we are held to a higher standard in the law enforcement community.
As for why it took weeks before the off-duty cop was arrested, AG Moylan says investigators needed to be thorough.
I think it was important, especially since it involved an officer, that he was given as much due process as the alleged victim was. And in this case, I do not fault at all the Guam Police Department for being careful in how they investigated this case. Obviously, you see it resulted in the Attorney General's office receiving it and the Attorney General's office believing that sufficient probable cause existed that a crime was committed.
The motive behind the officer-involved beach attack remains unclear. Leon Guerrero is charged with aggravated assault. KUAM has learned a second off-duty cop was also at the beach at the time, but that officer has not been charged. Julian Hernandez, KUAM News.